With that down, let's move on to this, shall we? Snuck up on you. A lot of you might have forgot. The new Marvel Cinematic Universe project comes out today.
Wow.
Ironheart will drop half of its episodes. Tonight, 3 episodes will get dropped tonight at 6 p.m. Los Angeles time, 9 p.m. East Coast New York time. And then next week, they'll dump the final half of them. I am not a fan of their release strategy. To me, it tells me that they do not believe in this film or in this project, in this television show, and they don't want to draw it out. They just want to get it over as quickly as possible. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. I go into all of these things with hope. I may not have optimism, but I do go in with hope. Well, the first reactions to the Ironheart series are now out. These are from people who have seen the entire series, all 6 episodes. And the general consensus is this. But the finale is great. That seems to be the general consensus. Like a lot of people are like, the show's okay or not so good. The show's whatever. But universally, it seems to be that the common agreement is, but the finale is really good. It's a really solid finale, which is kind of the opposite for a lot of shows, which tend to be good and then have a hard time nailing the finish. But anyway, this comes to us from Superhero Hype, quoting out some of the reactions we've seen. March 2nd observed that Ironheart was a decent entry into the MCU, salvaged by a surprisingly strong final episode that is among the best finales of Marvel TV. They criticized Riri Williams' character development as thin, though they praised Alden Ehrenreich, who I loved him as Han Solo. I'll go to my grave.
I did too.
I'll defend him as Han Solo all day. Who plays Joe, I'm going to mispronounce this, McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
And the depiction of the tech versus magic conflict in the show. The Cosmic Wonders' Warren Thompson noted that he was bored watching most of Ironheart, though he also praised the ending, calling it pretty epic. He added, "Wish the whole show was, but sadly I didn't like it that much." Rohan Patel writes of Comic Book Movies, also praised Thorne and Ehrenreich's good performances. However, according to Patel, the series didn't really soar since it really takes a long time to get going. He proceeded to criticize the antagonists in the show before praising the finale as well. In contrast, the Hollywood Handle posted that Ironheart failed, quote unquote, to stick the landing, which is the only one I've seen to say that, and was disappointed overall. They shared that while the show had some fun moments, its characters were bland and the plot was super uninteresting. So, mixed, varied, sort of stuff. I, again, think this is one of... Now, I haven't seen the show yet myself. I'm going to watch the first 3 episodes tonight, along with everybody else. But this, I think, is one of Marvel's biggest missed opportunities. Because when we found out that Riri Williams was coming into the MCU, and they were going to reintroduce her in Black Panther 2, I thought they had a tremendous opportunity. But instead of capitalizing on that, they made this bland, uninteresting, just recycle sort of thing that actually left me less interested in what they were going to do with Riri Williams moving forward, instead of more interested. Again, I'm not trying to compare Riri Williams to T'Challa, but when you look at them using that kind of same philosophy, let's use Civil War, a different Marvel movie, to introduce this character. But when they brought over T'Challa, man, they gave him epic lines and they gave him epic things to do. They made that character stand out so that we were all now drooling to see the Black Panther movie. This is the second time Marvel has failed to follow up on that. They failed to do it with Echo. They introduced Echo in the Hawkeye series and dropped the ball on it.
It wasn't great.
That left us less interested in Echo. And then they did the same thing with Riri Williams, where they had this great potential for this character and kind of dropped the ball on her. But could they pick the ball up with the series? It sounds like maybe they do. No, I got to admit, I'm really damn curious to see this finale. Because like we said in the earlier, Rob, like a lot of these shows can start strong, but then have a hard time nailing the landing. It's sounding like it's the opposite here. It's like, it's an okay show, but wow, the finale. So I am very curious to see what this finale is. I'll be watching it tonight, and who knows? Look, I'm going to go in it. Hope springs eternal. I'm going to hope that I love it, even though not everybody does. I'm also not seeing a lot of people saying they hate it, which,
right.
Hey, I'll take what I can get. Great. But what's your reaction to some of the responses we're hearing for Ironheart?
Well, just to know that it's going somewhere that will leave
That's
you
a positive.
satisfied, that's a positive.
That's a
And
positive,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay. And while I don't, John, I think that everybody today expects everything. It either sucks or it's the greatest thing
I
ever.
always say we're in a 10 out of 10 or a 0 out of 0
Yeah,
world.
and-
There's
and-
nothing in between for people.
I used to watch a lot of genre entertainment, science fiction, fantasy, and horror, and I used to love anything if it had a whiff of space or a whiff,
A whiff
of a
of
monster or
space.
something supernatural. I would sit through a boring, low-budget film just to catch a little bit of vampire action, and I would be satisfied. So if this is a show that, look, it looks like it's well shot, the cinematography looks good. If it looks good and there's some characters that I can find their plight interesting, I'm really curious to see how technology and magic are incorporated. What are the rules behind this in the MCU?
Yeah. Because don't forget, we got another character coming that has a little bit of an iron suit and delves in magic a little bit. Obviously, we're talking about Doctor Doom.
Yeah.
So maybe they could kind of set the groundwork about how the rules of this universe
That's
will work.
exactly my point. Like, how is this going to work? And I'm hoping that there's going to be some lore, and it's only 6 episodes, so it's not like I have to make an incredible investment into it.
And I think they're short, fairly short.
Yeah, and knowing it's going to end well, you have my attention.
Yeah. Again, I think the best thing coming out of this is to know that, okay, this is going somewhere. There will be a big payoff at the end. So listen, again, am I skeptical? Yes. I have not thought the trailers have done this thing any justice. I didn't think they did the character of Riri Williams justice in Black Panther 2. So I'm skeptical. But again, whenever it's time for the show or the movie to start, take all those expectations, leave them at the door, and I'm going to go in hopeful. And hopefully this is going to be one that we like. Anyway, guys, question is for you. Do you got your plans for tonight? Are you going to be sitting down and watching Ironheart, or maybe you're going to wait a little bit? Anyway, whatever you guys think or are expecting from it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.